Okay, so welcome to another Filmmason's thing. This time I'm talking about frame rates. For anyone who's been keeping an eye out on the press coverage of the recent Hobbit footage will know that Peter Jackson and co have come under a bit of fire by about 99% of the people who saw the recent 10-minute screening of example footage from The Hobbit. To say it didn't go down well is probably an understatement. Um, it's kind of weird that they decided to show something like that at this stage of the production. Was it a good idea? Yes and no. The word was that the footage for vistas and landscapes and stuff like that looked amazing, absolutely amazing. People are saying that nature documentaries should now be shot in 48 frames per second, and that's it, nothing else. But when it came to smaller moments, character moments, they said that the picture looked like a 1970s BBC telly movie. I'm not sure if people understand what 48 frames per second means. Obviously, it means double the frame rate that we're seeing compared to our normal 24 frames per second. This is going to reduce the image flicker from a film. I think this is what people are getting so upset about. So we've been ingrained in the 24 frames per second for, I don't know, would have been 80 years, maybe a bit longer. We're so used to the look of film. That's why when TV shows, when you watch a TV show back on your TV, you can instantly tell that it's been shot for television, because shooting on videotape, the frame rate is significantly different to film, and it doesn't have that strobing film effect. Whereas this, because the frame rates go a lot faster, that strobe is eliminated, and the motion blur. Like if you pause one of your action movie Blu-rays at any stage during an action scene, you'll most likely see a blurred frame, and that's just the way. And that's just the way it works. You get that motion blur that gives you a sense of familiarity. Oh God, I can't even talk. That we're just so used to. But if you pause a film that's shot in, say, 48 frames per second, you're not going to see. Yeah, it's going to be a crystal clear picture. There is no motion blur in it. What does this mean for viewing? It means that we're going to get a vastly different picture. 3D is going to be a lot more effective. If you've got an image that's blurred, 3D in it is not going to be anywhere near as effective as opposed to a rock solid crystal clear picture. So 3D is going to be a lot more effective. Is 48 frames per second going to be useful for anything other than 3D? Of course it is. Of course it is. People are getting so worked up about this. People who are so scared of change. I mean, if people are saying, "Oh, if it's not broke, don't fix it. It's worked perfectly fine." Blah blah. Okay, fine. If that's the attitude we have, then we won't ever have any more new cars coming out. We won't upgrade the speed of our internet. It's fine. It's working now. Maybe let's not. Maybe let's go back to when we had 18 frames per second for film. What else? Let's get rid of sound. You know, film worked perfectly fine when we didn't have sound and we had to read it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Cinemas, let's all go back to the old style cinemas. Let's get rid of these digital cinemas. They were fine. It was fine. We lived with that for years and years without this crystal clear clarity. Let's get rid of DVDs. Let's go back to VHS. Let's not even have VHS. I mean, this is technology, and we're moving forward. Okay, some film has to be the first one to do it. Okay, there's always going to be a first one to do it, and there's going to be an adjustment period. Okay, even Peter Jackson himself has agreed that there will be an adjustment period. Quite why they decided to release only 10 minutes of footage, I would have thought maybe they may have organised a special presentation of like a longer stretch of footage, half an hour, 45 minutes, even an hour, and not necessarily of the film, but of maybe some of the making of, or something shot in 48 frames per second, so people had a chance to get used to it. Because the people who attended these things were the people who run the cinemas, and these people were walking out and they were not very happy. The studio has agreed that it's going to release the film in 24 frames per second, which does not show a strong backing by the studio, which is really disappointing. It should have been 48 frames per second or nothing. Because if they're allowing this a 24 frames per second version to go out, then to me that signals an area where people can just go see that. I mean, I know a lot of people are not going to bother to go see it because they don't want to see films in 48 frames per second. They've already judged this whole 48 frames per second thing on 10 minutes of footage. Yeah, I think it's going to be a silly debate. Obviously, the big guns in Hollywood, like Peter Jackson, James Cameron, all those sorts of people are pushing for a 48 frames per second standard. Some people are complaining, oh, it's going to send the cost of special effects to the roof. Now there's going to be double the amount of frames for special effects. Special effects costs going to double, blah, blah, blah. Well, maybe, but I mean, who's going to be able to afford to pay them? Probably no one. So obviously their prices are going to have to come down. It's going to have to be incorporated into it. This isn't going to be the end of the world. Will it change forever the way we see things? Probably. I mean, just like change has done in the past. It's always changed things. For better or worse, we don't know, but it's going to be a change. I mean, this is an artistic medium, and we should be embracing these new tools that we're being given with an open mind. I mean, people have to experiment and try out new things. Also, fans are saying, "Oh, why experiment on The Hobbit?" People, get over it. It's going to be okay. This man has already rocked out 3 films that were absolutely amazing. I really think we should give him the benefit of the doubt until we actually see it on the big screen on the opening day. Okay, but yeah, that's my 2 cents worth on this whole 24 versus 48 frames per second thing at the moment. I think personally it's going to be really good. We'll see. We'll see. What do you guys think?